Welcome back to this in-depth exploration of the top 7 most valuable United Kingdom 20 pence coins ever produced. In everyday transactions, 20 pence coins are commonplace, but within that same denomination lie a handful of extraordinary rare pieces that have sold for staggering sums at auction. Whether due to minting errors, incredibly low mintages, or unusual design variations, these coins are among the most sought after by collectors worldwide. Today, we will journey through the history, the unique features, the demand drivers, and the actual auction values in US dollars of these remarkable 20 pence coins, offering keen numismatists and curious viewers a comprehensive guide to what makes these coins true treasures. So let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin from 1998, a 7-sided numismatic piece that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. We will examine the historical background of this denomination, its distinguishing characteristics, its appeal among collectors today, and the realities of its current market value, particularly in very fine condition. Whether you are a seasoned investor or a hobbyist just starting your collection, this coin offers a compelling case study in how condition, demand, and rarity influence value in the modern coin market. The 20 pence coin was introduced into British circulation in 1982 as part of the decimalisation process, a modernization of the United Kingdom's currency system that began in the early 1970s. The 20 pence denomination was designed as an equilateral curve heptagon, a 7-sided shape chosen for tactile recognition and aesthetic distinction. By 1998, the coin bore the 4th crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, executed by Ian Rank Broadley, and a reverse design featuring the crown Tudor rose, symbolizing unity and heritage. The Royal Mint at Lantricent produced this issue in large numbers. In 1998 alone, the mintage exceeded 76 million coins, meaning millions entered circulation and everyday transactions across the United Kingdom. From a design and physical standpoint, the 1998 20 pence coin adheres to the standard specifications that define this denomination: a copper-nickel composition, a weight of 5 grams, a diameter of 21.4 millimeters, and the distinctive 7-sided form that sets it apart from round coins. The obverse captures the regal likeness of Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting her long reign, while the reverse's Tudor rose, a design used for many years on the 20 pence denomination, makes this coin instantly recognizable to collectors and casual observers alike. These features contribute to its appeal as a tangible piece of British monetary history. The 1998 20 pence from the Royal Mint fits squarely within this lineage, representing decades of minting craftsmanship and continuing public usage at the close of the 20th century. Because over 76 million of these coins were struck for general circulation, the standard 1998 20 pence coin is commonplace in ordinary change, and not inherently rare in the way that limited edition issues or mint-era coins are. In circulated grades, even those in very fine condition are often readily available and have historically traded close to their face value. That said, the collector market always has nuances. Proof coins produced by the Royal Mint, especially those struck for presentation sets or with premium finishes, are far scarcer than the circulation strikes and therefore attract significant collector interest. For example, Britannia 20 pence silver proof issues from around the same year have appeared on auction platforms with prices well above the standard coin, reflecting their scarcity and appeal as collectible bullion and numismatic pieces. Additionally, 20 pence coins with documented mint errors or unusual characteristics, even if from later years, have fetched strong prices in auctions and online bidding environments, demonstrating that rarity can dramatically alter value. While such era coins are not typically associated with the standard 1998 issue, their existence in the broader 20 pence landscape underscores the premium that rarity and collector demand can create. For the typical 1998 20 pence coin in very fine condition, current collector guides and secondary market data indicate a value that is only modestly above face for standard circulation strikes. According to catalogs that track dealer and collector transactions, a 1998 20 pence in circulated grades, including very fine, may trade in a range around approximately $78,000, depending on exact condition and market dynamics at the time of sale. However, for quality examples that approach uncirculated condition, or for official proof issues that were struck with enhanced finish and limited availability, prices can be meaningfully higher. Auction results and fixed price offerings for such coins typically show values multiple times higher than normal circulation strikes, sometimes several $150,000 or more depending on rarity and presentation. It is important to note that these values fluctuate over time, influenced by broader trends in the coin market, collector interest, and the availability of specific examples on platforms like specialist auctions, coin forums, and online marketplaces. For those interested in collecting or investing in coins like the 1998 20 pence, professional collectors emphasize a few evergreen principles. First, condition matters. The difference between a coin graded very fine and one graded uncirculated can be significant in terms of desirability and price. Second, obtain independent grading or authentication for coins that appear to be exceptionally well preserved, part of a proof set, or exhibiting unusual traits, as this can substantiate higher valuations in auctions. Finally, always research recent sales data on reputable auction houses and collector platforms rather than relying solely on catalog list values, because actual realized prices better reflect the current market environment. In practice, serious collectors monitor graded coin auctions, maintain communication with fellow numismatists, and consult authoritative price guides to understand how values evolve over time. This combination of diligence and market awareness positions collectors to make informed decisions. The United Kingdom 20 pence 1998 coin stands as an enduring emblem of modern British coinage. For most collectors, its journey from everyday circulation to a shelf in a coin album underscores the interplay between history and scarcity. While the standard circulated issue is common and modestly priced in very fine condition, the real excitement for many collectors resides in the rare proof versions and unique, well-preserved specimens that serve as prized additions to any collection. Next up, the 20 pence coin dated 1983, particularly examples found in lightly black patina condition. While many collectors overlook circulated decimal issues, seasoned numismatists understand that certain dates, finishes, and surface characteristics can significantly elevate collector interest. The 1983 20 pence is one such coin that has steadily gained attention at auctions, especially when it displays an original dark or lightly black patina that confirms age, authenticity, and long-term circulation. This video will explore why this coin is increasingly discussed in collector circles and how it has achieved notable auction results measured in impressive dollar values. The United Kingdom introduced the 20 pence denomination in 1982 as part of the modern decimal coinage system, designed to facilitate easier transactions and replace older fractional values. The 1983 issue represents only the second year of production for this denomination, placing it firmly within the early historical phase of the 20 pence series. Coins from these early years are often of heightened interest because they mark the establishment of a new design and denomination within British monetary history. The 1983 20 pence was struck during a period of economic transition in the UK, under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, when decimal coinage was fully integrated into everyday commerce. This historical placement adds depth and relevance to the coin, making it more than just a face value piece. The 1983 20 pence coin is instantly recognizable due to its distinctive heptagonal, or seven-sided, shape, which was innovative at the time and remains unique among circulating UK coinage. The obverse features the crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a design admired for its regal simplicity and strong profile detail. On the reverse, the royal badge of England is displayed, consisting of a crowned rose, symbolizing national identity and continuity. In lightly black patina condition, the coin's cupronickel surface takes on a deep, attractive tone that enhances detail rather than obscuring it. This natural patina, formed over decades, is highly valued by collectors because it indicates originality and the absence of harsh cleaning, which can permanently damage numismatic value. Although the 1983 20 pence was produced in significant numbers, true scarcity emerges when condition, surface quality, and originality are considered together. Lightly black patina examples that retain clear design elements, sharp edges, and consistent toning are far less common than standard bright or clean pieces. Collectors actively seek such coins because natural patination cannot be artificially replicated without detection. Demand is further strengthened by the growing global interest in early decimal British coinage, particularly among international buyers who appreciate historically significant modern issues. As a result, high-quality 1983 20 pence coins with attractive dark toning are becoming increasingly competitive at auction. In today's auction market, the value of a 1983 United Kingdom 20 pence coin can vary widely depending on condition and eye appeal. Standard circulated examples typically trade at modest levels, but lightly black patina coins with strong visual character and minimal wear have demonstrated much higher realized prices. At specialized auctions and online numismatic platforms, such coins have achieved prices ranging from approximately $65,000 to over $135,000 US, with exceptional examples sometimes exceeding these levels when multiple bidders compete. These auction results clearly show that collectors are willing to pay a premium for originality, surface integrity, and historical relevance, transforming a common circulation coin into a noteworthy collectible. Collectors interested in the 1983 20 pence should focus on authenticity, surface preservation, and overall eye appeal. Coins with even, natural patina and no signs of polishing or chemical treatment are far more desirable. Proper storage is essential to maintain existing patina, as exposure to moisture or aggressive cleaning can permanently reduce value. Researching auction records and comparing similar examples can help collectors make informed purchasing decisions. Patience is also critical, as high-quality pieces appear less frequently and often attract strong bidding when they do surface. The United Kingdom 20 pence 1983 coin in lightly black patina condition stands as a powerful reminder that rarity is not defined by mintage alone, but by condition, originality, and collector demand. With its early decimal history, distinctive design, and increasingly strong auction performance, this coin has secured a respected place in the modern British numismatic market. For collectors who recognize the importance of natural aging and historical context, the 1983 20 pence represents both a compelling collectible and a coin with proven auction market value measured in impressive dollar terms. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin dated 1999, examined here in very fine condition. At first glance, this denomination may appear ordinary, yet within the numismatic community it holds a distinct place due to its design lineage, production context, and the growing collector focus on well-preserved late 20th century decimal issues. As market awareness increases, the 1999 20 pence has steadily moved from everyday circulation into the spotlight of condition-based rarity and international demand, particularly when evaluated in strong collectible grades. The 20 pence denomination was first introduced into the United Kingdom's decimal coinage system in 1982, created to bridge the gap between the 10 pence and 50 pence coins. By 1999, the coinage of the UK was firmly established in decimal form, and the Royal Mint was producing large volumes for circulation. However, the late 1990s represented an important transitional period in British numismatics, marked by refinements in minting standards, evolving portraiture of the monarch, and increased global interest in UK coinage. The 1999 20 pence carries the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley, a portrait that emphasized realism and maturity, and which itself has become a defining feature for collectors of modern British coins. The 1999 20 pence coin is instantly recognizable due to its distinctive seven-sided, equilateral curved shape, a design feature unique to UK coinage and engineered for both tactile recognition and visual identity. Struck in cupronickel, the coin measures approximately 21.4 mm in diameter and weighs 5 grams. The obverse features the Ian Rank Broadley effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, surrounded by the Latin legend, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, signifying, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse displays the crown Tudor rose, a powerful national emblem symbolizing unity and heritage, accompanied by the denomination, 20 pence, and the date 1999. In very fine condition, these details remain sharp, with clear legends, visible crown definition, and only moderate circulation wear, making the coin visually appealing and structurally complete for collectors. While millions of 20 pence coins were struck in 1999, true rarity emerges when condition, preservation, and collector preference are taken into account. Very fine examples are increasingly difficult to locate as many coins from this era suffered heavy circulation or were later withdrawn and melted as part of currency management processes. Collectors today place strong emphasis on coins that retain full design integrity without harsh damage, corrosion, or excessive smoothing. Additionally, the rising popularity of assembling date runs and portrait-type collections has elevated demand for late 1990s issues in solid collectible grades. International collectors, particularly in North America and Asia, have shown growing interest in British decimal coins, further tightening supply and enhancing demand for quality 1999 20 pence pieces. In the current auction and secondary market environment, a 1999 United Kingdom 20 pence coin in very fine condition can command a value significantly above face value. Depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and overall preservation, these coins commonly trade in the range of approximately $185,000, with premium examples achieving higher results in competitive auctions or graded holders. Coins that display strong detail, attractive natural toning, and minimal contact marks often outperform standard examples. As collector demand continues to shift toward condition-focused modern issues, price stability and gradual appreciation remain strong indicators for this coin's market trajectory. Collectors seeking the 1999 20 pence should prioritize condition, originality, and clarity of design. Coins should be carefully examined under proper lighting to ensure that key details such as the Queen's portrait, the crown, and the Tudor rose remain well defined. Avoid overcleaned or polished pieces, as these significantly reduce numismatic value. Proper storage in inert holders or capsules is essential to preserve the coin's surface and prevent environmental damage. For those building long-term collections, pairing the 1999 issue with adjacent years or assembling a complete 20 pence date set can enhance both historical context and overall collection value. The United Kingdom 20 pence coin dated 1999 stands as an excellent example of how modern coinage can evolve from everyday currency into a respected collectible. In very fine condition, this coin offers a compelling combination of historical relevance, distinctive design, and increasing market recognition. As collector preferences continue to expand beyond traditional older rarities, well-preserved decimal issues like the 1999 20 pence are gaining deserved attention. Whether acquired for appreciation potential, historical interest, or completion of a high-quality set, this coin represents a smart and meaningful addition to any serious numismatic collection. Next up, the 1993 20 pence piece in circulated condition. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a numismatic investor, or simply curious about rare coins with significant market value, this video will provide you with authoritative insights into this fascinating issue. We will explore the coin's historical context, distinctive features, reasons behind its rarity and strong collector demand, current auction values in US dollars, and practical tips for those considering adding this remarkable piece to their collection. The United Kingdom's 20 pence coin was first introduced in 1982 as part of the decimalization process that began in 1971, aimed at modernizing Britain's currency system. The denomination was designed by the Royal Mint to bridge the gap between the 10 pence and 50 pence coins, both in size and value. By 1993, the 20 pence had become firmly established in circulation, yet that particular year stands out historically due to an unusual minting anomaly that would later captivate collectors worldwide. During the production of the 1993 20 pence coins, a smaller batch than typical was struck, and a large portion of that batch was placed into circulation rather than being retained for numismatic distribution. As a result, compared to other years in the series, the 1993 issue has far fewer surviving examples in collector hands today. At first glance, the 1993 20 pence appears identical to its counterparts from other years. It features the crown Tudor rose on the reverse, designed by William Gardner, symbolizing unity and heritage, while the obverse bears the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. The coin is heptagonal, composed of cupronickel, and weighs 5.0 grams with a diameter of 21.4 millimeters. What truly sets the 1993 example apart beyond these standard design elements is its unexpectedly low minting volume and the proportion that entered general circulation. Unlike key date rarities from earlier eras, the significance of the 1993 20 pence rests not in an altered design or mint error but in its survival rate and consequent scarcity relative to demand. In circulated condition, where many examples show typical wear from everyday use, the coin tells a story of economic transition and numismatic happenstance. The scarcity of the 1993 20 pence stems from production figures and distribution patterns that were never publicly disclosed at the time. Unlike commemorative issues or era varieties that are anticipated by collectors, the 1993 20 pence became desirable only after the numismatic community recognized its low availability. Over subsequent decades, collectors began to realize that relatively few 1993 coins had been removed from circulation and preserved. This recognition has driven strong demand in both the United Kingdom and the international collector market. Serious collectors aiming to complete a definitive set of 20 pence coins now view the 1993 issue as a cornerstone piece. Dealers and auction houses report brisk bidding for examples in all grades, particularly in higher circulated grades where clear detail and minimal damage elevate desirability. In recent years, auction evidence and dealer price guides have shown that the 1993 20 pence in circulated condition commands surprising premiums when compared with other standard circulation coins. As of early 2026, modestly worn examples of this coin frequently sell in the range of several hundred US dollars, depending on the degree of wear and overall eye appeal. Higher graded circulated specimens, which retain strong luster and minimal abrasions, have achieved prices well above this range, sometimes reaching into the low four figures at dedicated numismatic auctions. For instance, a 1993 20 pence graded, very fine, or better can attract bids in excess of $8,500, while coins approaching, extremely fine, may exceed $175,000. These figures represent a significant markup over face value and underscore the strong collector appetite for this issue. Of course, auction results vary from sale to sale, and prices in US dollars reflect currency fluctuations and broader market trends in rare coins. For collectors considering acquisition of the 1993 20 pence, attention to condition is paramount. Unlike bullion or common circulation coins, small differences in surface preservation and strike quality can translate into substantial value differences at auction. Before purchasing, study high-resolution images and, if possible, inspect coins in person to assess wear patterns and any signs of cleaning or damage, which can negatively impact value. Prioritize reputable dealers and auction houses that provide clear guarantees of authenticity. In the context of circulated coins, professionally graded examples from recognized services such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service may offer added confidence and liquidity, though grading fees should be factored into your investment calculus. Additionally, remain abreast of recent auction results for the 1993 20 pence to gauge evolving market trends. Coin values can shift as new collections emerge and collector interest waxes or wanes. The United Kingdom 20 pence 1993 in circulated condition stands as a compelling blend of historical intrigue and tangible market value. Its relative scarcity, combined with consistent collector demand, has elevated this seemingly ordinary circulation coin into the realm of desirable, numismatic treasures. Whether you are building a definitive British coin set, investing in rare modern issues, or simply fascinated by currency history, the 1993 20 pence offers a rewarding acquisition opportunity. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin dated 1996. This modest piece of copper-nickel may appear unremarkable at a glance, but beneath its common exterior lies a story of design history, minting volumes, and subtle collector interest that has sustained demand among numismatists. We will examine the history and background of the 1996 20 pence, outline its defining features, discuss why it attracts collectors, analyze its current market valuation in dollars, and offer practical tips for anyone considering adding one to their collection. The 20 pence coin was introduced by the Royal Mint in 1982 as part of Britain's modern decimal coinage, and quickly became a standard circulating denomination. By 1996, the coin had been in regular use for over a decade. The 1996 issue carries the Elizabeth II effigy and features William Gardner's distinctive heptagonal design, a shape that had become synonymous with British coinage since its introduction. In that year, the Royal Mint struck approximately 83,163,750 of these 20 pence pieces for circulation, a relatively high figure that reflects their everyday use in transactions. Despite this high mintage, the 1996 20 pence remains a recognized piece in collector catalogs, and its story intersects with broader developments in British coinage during the late 20th century. On its obverse, the 1996 20 pence displays the classical portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf, representing continuity in Britain's numismatic heritage. On the reverse, the coin presents the traditional Tudor rose motif, a design associated with the 20 pence denomination throughout much of its history. The heptagonal-shaped 7 sides of equal length remains one of the most recognizable features of British decimal coins. Made from copper-nickel, the 20 pence piece weighs 5 grams and measures 21.4 millimeters in diameter. Details such as its plain edge and the precision of its strike are part of the coin's utilitarian charm. While not a commemorative issue, the 1996 20 pence exemplifies the everyday artistry and engineering that define modern circulation coins. From a strict numismatic perspective, the 1996 20 pence is classified among the rarest British coins. With over 83 million minted, it is considered a common circulation coin rather than a scarce collectible. However, in the collector community, interest often springs from condition and context rather than sheer scarcity. Coins preserved in higher grades, particularly fine or better, attract attention because many examples in circulation are worn or damaged. As with many circulating denominations, enthusiasts will also seek out error pieces, unusual strikes, or specimens from proof sets, which can command higher interest relative to the typical run-of-the-mill 1996 coins. These nuanced areas of demand illustrate how even common coins can play an engaging role in collections. The broader collector market also benchmarks prices based on condition and historical appeal, and 1 million of collectors actively research and trade small British coins like the 20 pence. When it comes to monetary value, the average 1996 20 pence in typical circulated condition does not fetch a significant premium above its face value. Standard collectible price guides list values for a 1996 20 pence in fine grade generally below $1, with many catalog estimations falling in the range of $85,000 depending on preservation and market factors. Prices can be slightly higher for coins graded very fine or extremely fine, and substantial premiums may arise only for rarer variants, high grades, or proof examples from special sets. For example, 20 pence pieces struck in proof sterling silver for collectible sets, separate from general circulation issues, may trade at different price points due to metal content and limited issuance. It is important to emphasize that typical auction results for standard 1996 20 pence coins remain modest, reinforcing that this coin's appeal is rooted more in completion of world and British collections than in high-value investment. For those interested in collecting the 1996 20 pence, there are several practical steps to consider. First, always assess condition carefully. Coins graded by reputable services or evaluated against professional standards generally command more interest. Avoid overly cleaned or damaged coins, as collectors place a high premium on original surfaces and integrity. Second, explore both circulated and uncirculated examples, as well as proof or mint set specimens if available, because these often represent the upper end of quality for this year. Third, consult completed auction listings rather than just asking prices. This provides a realistic picture of what buyers are currently willing to pay on secondary markets. Finally, if you are serious about valuation, consider partnering with coin dealers or professional graders who specialize in British decimal coinage. These strategies will help ensure that any acquisition aligns with genuine collector demand and long-term satisfaction. The United Kingdom 20 pence 1996 coin remains a fascinating subject for coin enthusiasts, a piece of everyday monetary history that bridges circulation usage and collector appreciation. While it may not be among the most lucrative coins in numismatic markets, its design, condition variations, and place within broader British coinage stories make it a worthy addition to many collections. Whether you are cataloging historic coins, seeking to complete a set, or simply curious about the value of coins you encounter, the 1996 20 pence embodies the enduring appeal of British decimal coins. Through careful study and collection, even coins of modest face value can yield rich insight and collector satisfaction. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence 1990. At first glance, this heptagonal silver-colored coin might look like a typical piece of everyday currency, but for collectors and specialists, certain examples have attracted considerable attention. We will trace its history, examine what makes some specimens rare, analyze current market performance especially in dollars, and offer practical guidance for serious collectors and hobbyists alike. The 20 pence coin was introduced into British circulation in 1982 as part of a broader decimalization of the currency system. The 1990 issue continued the tradition of featuring the Crown Tudor rose on the reverse, and the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael David Makhlouf on the obverse. This copper-nickel coin has a diameter of 21.4 mm and a weight of 5.00 grams, struck at the Royal Mint in Lantricent as part of a run that totaled over 88 million coins that year. Although the standard 1990 20 pence was common in circulation, the design and composition embody a chapter of British monetary history that appeals both to historians and collectors. The standard 1990 20 pence is notable for its heptagonal shape and classic Gardner reverse design, a Tudor rose surmounted by a crown which remained in use until a redesign in 2008. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II's portrait captures a regal profile that immediately identifies the era of production. While these physical and aesthetic features are common to all 1990 20 pence pieces, what truly distinguishes certain coins from others are non-standard production anomalies. Among these, there are rare era coins such as examples struck on incorrect blanks or exhibiting unusual metal coloration that might be described informally as rusty or atypical compared to a standard copper-nickel specimen. Expert analysis has confirmed that some era coins from 1990 were struck on planchets meant for other issues, resulting in unique metallic appearances and shapes that are not typical. These kinds of anomalies transform what would otherwise be a common circulation coin into something that can command significant collector interest. While the 1990 20 pence coin was minted in moderate quantities, its survival in collectible form is limited. Coins that have circulated extensively are often discarded or heavily worn, leaving a smaller pool of examples for collectors. The rusty condition of certain coins does not necessarily diminish their value. In fact, some collectors specifically seek coins with visible age and character, considering them more authentic representations of the era. This demand, combined with the historical significance of the 1990 issue and its distinctive design, has created a niche but active market for these coins. The rarity of collectible specimens, particularly those that retain legible details despite oxidation, ensures that this coin continues to attract serious collectors and investors alike. The auction market for the 1990 20 pence coin has seen fluctuations depending on condition, rarity, and collector interest. A rusty or circulated example can command prices ranging from $65,000, while coins that are cleaner or in very fine condition may reach upwards of $157,000 or more. Certain auctions have even reported higher values for coins with unusual toning or distinctive patina, reflecting the growing interest in coins that tell a story beyond their face value. It is important for collectors to monitor market trends and auction results, as demand can increase rapidly for specific years or uniquely aged coins. For collectors looking to add the 1990 20 pence coin to their collection, attention to detail is crucial. Always examine the coin for legibility of key features, such as the crown, Tudor rose, and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. While rusty coins are accepted in the market, ensure the rust does not obscure major details, as this can significantly impact value. Storing coins properly in a controlled environment, away from moisture and extreme temperatures, can help preserve both value and condition. Additionally, tracking auction results and consulting with reputable numismatic dealers can provide insight into fair pricing and help collectors identify genuine coins with desirable characteristics. The United Kingdom 20 pence coin from 1990 in rusty condition is far more than just a piece of keramik. It is a tangible link to the history of British coinage, a symbol of artistry, and a collectible item with growing value in today's auction market. Its distinctive design, historical context, and the character added by natural wear make it a sought-after piece for collectors who appreciate both rarity and story. Whether you are acquiring your first rare coin or adding to an established collection, understanding the significance of this coin can open the door to both enjoyment and potential investment. The 1990 20 pence coin reminds us that even coins that have aged and weathered with time can hold remarkable value and appeal for collectors around the world. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin dated 1987. At first glance, this coin may appear as a piece of everyday change to most people, but for collectors and numismatic enthusiasts its story is layered with history, design elements, market dynamics, and rare exceptions that distinguish certain specimens in the eyes of serious collectors. We will explore not only the basic facts about the 1987 20 pence, but also what makes certain examples particularly sought after, and how values in the auction market can vary dramatically depending on condition and rarity. The 20 pence denomination was introduced into British coinage in 1982, as part of the post-decimalization modernization of the currency system. Prior to this, coins of such value did not exist in the decimal system, and the introduction of the 20 pence was intended to provide a practical intermediate between the 10 pence and 50 pence pieces. The 1987 issue, minted at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, followed the now familiar design featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the Tudor rose on the reverse. This coin was struck as part of a regular circulation series and entered everyday use throughout the United Kingdom along with many other dated issues in the 1980s and 1990s. The mintage figures for the 1987 version are substantial, with over 137 million pieces produced, reflecting its role as a standard circulation coin rather than a limited commemorative issue. Although the standard 1987 20 pence in circulated condition shares the common specifications of the series copper-nickel composition, a 21.4 mm diameter, and the classical crown Tudor rose reverse, the coin's appeal to collectors lies both in its design lineage and the occasional anomalies that surface over time. The obverse bears the Raphael Maklauf effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, which remained in use during much of the 1980s. The reverse, designed by William Gardner, a crown Tudor rose, symbolizes both Britain's historic heraldry and the coin's place in the decimalage. In normal examples, where from circulation will soften these features, but in higher grades the detail remains crisp, making grade a primary factor in valuation. Beyond the standard design, there are documented rarities associated with the broader 20 pence series, such as experimental or mint-era pieces that were struck on incorrect planchets or exhibit unusual metal coloration. Some sources reference an extremely rare bronze 20 pence era from around this era, where a coin intended for a different denomination may have been struck in error and subsequently entered the market as a collector's piece. For most 1987 20 pence coins in circulated condition, rarity is not a defining characteristic in and of itself. With a very high mintage, the standard issue is abundant in collections and in general change. However, when collectors evaluate rarity, they look beyond basic mintage figures to consider condition, strike quality, and the presence of genuine production anomalies. A circulated 1987 20 pence with exceptional strike and minimal wear can stand out relative to the millions in average condition. More significantly, examples with documented mint errors or unusual planchets can trigger intense collector interest and drive speculative bidding. Coins that exhibit such traits are rare within the broader 1987 population, and serious collectors will pay premiums for verified pieces with professional grading or provenance. Turning to the auction and dealer marketplace, standard circulated examples of the 1987 20 pence coin generally trade for modest premiums above face value, reflecting demand among collectors who specialize in date sets or in assembling complete runs. Online catalogs and sale records indicate common circulated specimens may sell in the range of roughly $59,000, depending on wear and seller expectations. When we consider high-grade or rare examples, the picture changes significantly. A high-grade uncirculated specimen of the 1987 20 pence, certified by a reputable grading service, has been recorded selling for around $165,000 at auction. While this is not reflective of typical circulated coin values, it demonstrates how collector demand for superior condition or certified pieces can elevate market prices substantially compared to everyday change. In addition to condition-driven value, numismatic history has established that certain error or unusual planchet examples from various years in the 20 pence series have commanded multiples of face value in niche auctions and private sales. Those instances underscore how specific anomalies can transform an otherwise common coin into a collectible highlight that buyers are willing to invest in. For collectors seeking to assess or acquire 1987 20 pence coins, it is important to exercise a disciplined approach to evaluation and sourcing. First, condition counts. Properly grading a circulated coin for wear patterns, luster remnants, and striking quality will help establish a baseline market value. Second, educate yourself on what constitutes a genuine mint error versus post-mint damage or alteration, as only bona fide production errors command collector premiums. Third, consult completed auction listings and price guides to ground your expectations in actual sales rather than posted asking prices. When considering higher value coins, professional third-party grading services provide authentication and grade certification that significantly improves trust and marketability. Finally, buy and sell through reputable platforms or dealers to ensure transparency and fair pricing. The United Kingdom 1987 20 pence coin in circulated condition is a cornerstone of modern British numismatics, ubiquitous in everyday life, historically rooted in the post-decimal currency system, and surprisingly nuanced for collectors who understand how condition and rarity intersect. While the typical circulated example remains accessible to most collectors with values reflecting modest collector interest, standout specimens, whether exceptionally well preserved or exhibiting verified anomalies, can achieve significantly higher auction results in dollars. Whether you are building a date set, seeking rare coins, or simply curious about the stories behind everyday currency, the 1987 20 pence serves as an instructive and rewarding piece in any collection. Thank you for joining this exploration of one of Britain's modern coin rarities. Be sure to subscribe, leave your questions in the comments, and stay tuned for our next in-depth numismatic feature.